Havertz's better games come from when he's playing up top. He has to play as a striker. That's his
Yeah,
best
no.
role. That's where he needs to be.
Number 9.
And
Yeah.
yeah. Hey guys, this is Adrian Alex back in another video, another bag, guys. As customary, appreciate the love, the support. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell to keep up to date with this lovely content that we're about to drop and future content as well.
Now, guys, we're gonna jump in and we're gonna show the results from match day 8. You guys would see pop up on the screen. So I'm right here. If you based your predictions off of last week, well, I'm sorry for you. And I think that's where me and Alex went wrong. Because up next, you'd see our predictions and the points that we got. And it was horrible. It was horrible this week. But you'd see the scoreboards. I think Alex got like, what was it, like 4, Alex, or 5, or and I got like 6 or
That
7.
was five.
So see,
Got seven.
something like that, something like that. But it was horrible, guys. Now we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna jump into our match day 8 awards. Alex, for your best goal of the week, what do you have?
I think Salah's finish for me was my pick.
Uh,
Epic Salah's finish. I mean, honestly, I haven't looked at all the game goals. To be honest with you, I'll be honest with you. But the games I have actually watched, because I've only watched probably what 4 out of the handful of
mm,
them that's there, and to me, Salah's goal was
yeah.
the best. Granted, the assist on the dummy was probably that set up the goal really good, but I mean, you got to get a finish of credit.
For me this week, there was only one pick. That Jack Harrison volley
I didn't
was
see.
crazy versus Boomer. You didn't see that one. I think Everton had a couple of chances on goals. Swinging from a corner thing, swing a couple crosses in. The keeper kept punching them out, and in my head I was like, the keeper's doing really well. He punched out like 3 crosses. The last one he punched out, it fell to Harrison, and like outside of the box, it was like a side foot volley, controlled into the top corner. It scraped the bottom of the post, went in. It was beautiful, man. Like controlled. It was beautiful. We're gonna jump into our best assist from match day 8. I'm interested to hear your best assist, Alex.
I'm gonna be very biased about this one. Let me just say this. I'm picking Kai Havertz. I don't care what he says. I'm going Havertz on the assist. I'm going Havertz on the assist. I'm saying Havertz and Diaz to me. I think either one would get the honorary mention, but I give it a Havertz. I give it a Havertz, and I just think that we don't expect that from him. So the fact that he's able to contribute it in that
Mm.
manner, I give it a Havertz for this week.
My pick for best assist of the week was actually from Andreas Pereira versus Sheffield. It was like a 30-yard on the floor pass, pinpoint. Like that assist reminded me of I think it was a Ronaldo assist to Benzema. It was like early on in their Madrid days. The way the ball curl, it kind of like De Bruyne-esque. De Bruyne passes like they seem like they're getting away from you, but at the very end, it like swings back into the player.
Just curls back in.
That's just, yeah, like it was just within that pocket of like the keeper didn't know like whether to come forward or to stay. Yeah, brilliant pass, brilliant pass. We're gonna jump into our best save of the week, and
What's your
I
best
think
save?
I think we I think
Are you picking Allison again?
nah, I'm not going with Allison this week. I'm actually gonna go with Jose Sa on this one.
Yeah, we
It
agree
was
on
a
that one.
save.
We
It was
agree
a
on that
save
one.
he
Okay,
pulled off.
we agree.
It was a save
That's my
save
pick
he
too.
pulled off versus Aston Villa against Watkins. I think
Yeah,
they cut the ball into the near post. Watkins got like a toe or something on it, and it was going into like the top right corner, and he
yeah,
just pushed it
top
over.
ends.
I'm like, bro,
Reflexes, but he was really busy that game. He was really
yeah,
busy that game.
yeah.
So yeah,
No, he.
that's my pick.
I think
That's my pick.
he won them the point.
He earned them a point.
He
He
won
earned.
them the point.
The team
Really and
probably
truly.
should have got him 3, but
Hmm.
I didn't expect that to struggle against this Wolves team. But give them credit. Yeah, that's my pick for his best save of the week. Big up Jose
Yeah,
Sa.
and that's
Deserved.
that's something that's gonna come up because we thought this Villa team after coming back off our beating Brighton 6-1, we thought they were gonna blow this Wolves
Yes.
team away. And on the flip side, we thought Brighton was gonna get demolished by Liverpool after losing 6-1, but
I mean
complete
that
roles reverse,
that
not
didn't
what we
happen.
expected.
Yeah,
But we're
but
gonna jump into that.
this is why I love to watch the game, guys.
Honorable mention though from for best save, Giroud save.
Big up Giroud, brother.
Big up
So,
Drew,
bro.
bro.
So, bro, right now, at this moment in time, let's just say, for example, Giroud or
Listen,
Onana.
no,
Giroud,
listen to me.
no, 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 no,
Listen,
hold on, no, no,
I
no, no, no,
knew,
no.
bro, I knew
Giroud
you was
or
gonna say
Onana.
that.
Hello,
I knew
Giroud,
you was gonna come with that.
Giroud or
Listen,
Onana.
I had this written down. And I was like, if I bring this up, this dumbass nigga is probably gonna come asking me, you Drew or Unana. But
I'm picking
nah,
Giroud,
man.
bro. Did you see that save he pulled off? Did you see that save?
Yeah, that was a crazy
Oh
shit, man.
man, not even the
Yeah.
goalkeeper. Look at he
No,
does that. He
it
does
it
everything.
let me
He
tell you,
does
it surprised me because Giroud is one of those, kind of like guys who doesn't want to get hurt. You want to damage his face. He doesn't want
Yeah,
to
but
mess up
you
his
actually knew
hair.
he actually
Kind
peaked
of player.
before. There was a game that he played back from Montpellier, um, and he had step in goal, and he was pretty
Mm.
decent. They got a draw, but
Yeah,
he was very decent. It
but
made the X factor.
but yeah, like I said, it just shocked me to see that he pulled off because that Giroud strike me as that kind of guy, who cares about his image and he doesn't want to, mess up his
Yeah,
hair, stuff like that. So the way he dived in to see that, like boots were
no,
flying all over the place and
yeah,
he
true the business.
dived in head first. So
I think if he was
big
like
up
that, he
to
wouldn't.
Giroud, man.
Big him up, brother. Big him up. But
No,
so I
big
mean,
up to bossy
so
because he
in
actually
January,
he actually
in
won the
Jan
3 points with
in
that too.
January, you might wanna call Milana see if you could get him. I think
Oh
it'd be a
man,
good replacement for
uh,
Onana. All
let's
right,
get
I
to it,
bet you
man.
should have kept it here, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, nah, man, I was done for with here, man.
Yeah,
At least with the point where Unana is right now, that he could only get better. I feel like he could only get better. I feel like we've seen the best of the hair, and it was just going
at that
downhill
point.
from there.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point. So
I
I
mean,
think
I mean, I mean, when,
the
when you got
sky the sky is
Maguire,
the ceiling. The
and
sky
when
is
you
the
got
ceiling
Maguire in
for.
front of you, I mean, there's only so much that you can do. But fair enough.
Mm.
Fair
Hey, we'll
enough.
get on. We'll get on to that because I think from the United game, Maguire had a really good game. Bro. He was actually one of the better players on the field, and
I'm
that says
surprised.
something.
I'm
And that
surprised they got.
says
I'm
something.
surprised they got the 3 points. I was.
Well, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that. All right. Now we're here at the segment in the video where we talk about the games that we watched over the weekend, and I want to jump into the United and Brentford game. Now, this game for all United fans, I think every United fans would share this sentiment. It was stressful watching this game, man. Same old, same old. We have the majority of the possession. We look somewhat comfortable in our half and probably breaking into that second phase, if you would call it. But when we get into the third phase, man, everything just breaks down. We don't. There's no. I don't know what to say, man. There's no conviction. There's no drive. There's no urgency in our final play in the final end of the field. Like again, Rashford picks up the ball. I do have to say though, in this game he was a bit more decisive in that game. He picked up the ball and he was looking to let go of it quickly. He wasn't trying to beat 3-4 players like he normally would. But still, he didn't provide anything. No goals, no assists,
No
nothing.
end product. Yeah.
Yeah, no end product. And at this point, I've said it before. Rashford at this point in Rashford's game, we don't want to see the skills. We know you have pace. We know you have skills. It's the end product that we need from you right now. You're supposed to be leading this Man United team. I think I want to know why it took so long for Ten Hag to make the changes that he did because we realized that we weren't getting anything out of the game with how we were playing. Bringing on McTominay,
Like Tomlin
at
was a
least gives us
savior.
something. Well, gives us
Uh,
something different. You can lob it up in the box, and at least we have some height in there. And ev- eventually, or ultimately, that is what got us the points. To be honest, I tuned out of the game before we scored the 2 goals. I was
yeah.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
like
Hoyland was looking good. Hoyland was looking good for me.
yeah, Hoyland always plays pretty well, man. He gives you everything that you want in a
Yeah.
striker,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just the service was not there for him.
Yes. I think
Service
if he
was
had a couple
not
more
there for him.
opportunities, we'd have buried something.
Yeah, and I agree, but like I said, I tuned out of the game at like the 87 minute. I was done at that point, and then I got the notification at the end, seeing that we won 2-1. I'm like, flipping out, how did that happen? I was happy for the win and actually got the predictions right 2-1.
Yeah,
But
yeah, madness, huh? But
Hail Mary from Hail
I
Mary
think
from McTominay
a
with
big,
that
a
one,
big,
bro.
a big Hail Mary. But United was
Big
poor.
big
Let me
Hail
just
Mary.
United was absolutely poor, piss poor, honestly. Sometimes the points on the board is what matters the most, and those decisive moments is what makes the game the game. So give them credit. But I think from where United should have been this season, they are not nowhere near the heights that they should be. But there's a lot left in the season
Oh,
to go, guys. We'll see what's up.
yeah, I do have to say because we did play with a like a makeshift back four as well. I think it was Evans,
And
Maguire,
McGuire,
Lindelof, and Dalot. Like we, that's not our starting
no,
back line.
I think right now Ten Hag is literally just experimenting. Like
Yeah, because
he's trying right
everyone's everyone's out injured, bro.
now.
Like
Amrabat was
our
not good at
injury
left
list is
back
mad right now,
last
bro.
game, so right about boy, we're all
Because
feeling it right
he didn't have anyone to put in there, bro. And that's the thing.
now.
Uh,
No, no. So yeah, he has to figure out what's the best way that he can get something, and he got something out of the game. So I think for him, it's a relief to go international break right now. Let's hope the players come back, no injuries, and um, let's rally up again when we're all back. I think it's a breather for a lot of teams.
I did watch the Brighton and Liverpool game, and
Yeah, that
my
game was
my
surprising.
yeah, it was like my thought process going into this game is Liverpool would have watched probably the highlights from the Villa and Brighton game and saw how they were able to nullify their midfield and basically
Yeah,
took away their game plan. And I thought it was going to be the exact same thing because if anything,
but that game wasn't played like that.
Actually has the quality to do that and hurt you way
Counter
more,
attack, yeah.
way more going forward than that the Aston Villa ever would be able to. So I thought that it was just going to be done and dusted in the first half. Liverpool are going to be like 3-0 up. Second half, Klopp probably taking off the big hitters and bringing on some other players to get some game time. But flipping hell, man, it was nothing like that from the jump. Brighton was up for it. They were up for it, and the goal that they scored ultimately came from them pressing.
Yeah, so
Pressing really good.
I think
Could Allison have done a little better? I think he lapsed
maybe
with getting back to the goal. His positioning on that one, but
yeah, it was poor, but give them credit.
listen, McAllister in this game was, I don't know. He played really casual in that game, man. Like he was slow on every turn. He got the ball. He didn't look like he knew what to do with it. Was there mixed emotions going
Could
to the
be.
Amex? I don't know if
I don't
that's
know.
it, but at the end
I
of
don't
the
know.
day, you're a professional football player. You're playing in World Cup finals. You get me? An occasion should not get to you like that. In that game, he just didn't look up for it, man, because they picked his pocket, and that's where the first goal came from.
Yeah,
Really, really sloppy. I saw the pass into him simply. It was just a 1-2 with Van Dijk. He
yeah,
had to give
1-2,
back Van Dijk the
and
ball.
that's it. Yeah,
And I don't know if the communication between them it wasn't there. Did Van Dijk tell him, "Hey, well, man on, pass it back"? Like, what happened? But as a midfielder, receiving the ball from your defender, you should have the awareness and know what's happening around you. You should be scanning over your shoulders before you get the ball. And I saw none of that in that game from him. A poor performance from McAllister in this game.
I mean, for me, I agree to where you're coming from, but I think a game of that magnitude, it was a game of two halves, to be honest with you. Because
Yeah,
all the Brighton pressed in the first, you can say about 25, 30 minutes, it looked like it was all Brighton. And then you can't give this Liverpool a sniff on a counter attack.
can't give him a sniff.
That's
Yeah.
where they're very
Mhm.
dangerous, and that's where they scored their two goals from. Counter
Yeah.
attacking football, misplaced passes. You cannot by any means give this team the opportunity, and that's what I'm saying. The Salah finish. I mean, it may look casual to a lot of people, but there was so much strings attached to that one play and movement.
Yeah,
It
that
made
one
that
play.
goal
Yeah.
special for me because the
Mhm.
Diaz pass, the Nunez nutmeg, the run over, the line finish, it was well put together. Salah probably didn't even think for himself, well, this ball's going to reach me because there's two players
Yeah.
behind me that should get to that ball for it. But
Yeah.
guess what? It got to him, and he had to bury it, right? And as a great player, that's what you do. And listen, Salah is world class. He's one of the best in the world.
Yep. Yep.
Two-footed player. I was literally just sitting with my dad just a couple minutes before the stream. We were talking about Mo Salah. He's a huge Liverpool fan. You just see like this man is just class, elite above and above, and I can't disagree with that any at all. But that's what made that goal special. And then the penalty,
But
rash challenge, it's a penalty all day, every day.
yeah,
No complaints to me on that. And credit Brighton. I think the second half was more. It was Liverpool probably for the first 15 minutes after the second half, and then it turned to Brighton. Lewis Dunk, nice little finish to even it up, and they were really pressing for a third. But
for a third, yeah.
I think if there's more time to play with, they may have gotten a third. But
Mhm.
I can live with a draw just based on how the game played. It's not what me or you
Yeah,
predicted. But
yeah.
based
So
on
it's
that
not,
action,
it's
that's why
not.
to me it was a game of two halves, just based on how it played out. Really,
The big thing with the watching Liverpool play right now is their midfield. They just can't seem
they're missing
to
that
sort
key.
out
Man.
that the
And your
midfield.
new signing, I only saw him play. I don't know if he played more than one. I didn't saw him come off the bench once, and I haven't seen him. Wataru,
Bro, listen, a
you know,
man missed that open goal, fam.
yeah,
No,
wow,
not them, not the defensive midfielder. The next midfielder that we bought,
Dominic,
the dark skin one, no, the dark skin one. Ryan, Graven Birch or something like that, fam.
Ryan.
Ryan Graven Birch or something like that. He missed an open goal, bro.
Well,
For us to take the lead, I'm like, shit, you know, I'm like,
well. I mean, listen, we've seen Martial do it. We've seen Nicholas Jackson do it. We've seen a lot of players do it, and
nah,
there's more to
fam.
come. Look, Jesus missed a sitter. He should have buried
Uh,
one against Tottenham last week, and he missed a
mm,
sitter. So it happens, and I'm not going to crucify him for that. But probably would have been vital at the game. But live and learn. All that's the experience. And the football player, you need the
yeah,
experience
yeah.
to grow and adapt and get better from. So
Yeah, but again, for me, McAllister in that number six role, it's not working out at all, man.
uh,
It's not working out at
he's
all.
not six. He's a 10.
He's
He's a
not
10.
a number six,
He's a
not
10 at
a number
best.
six. I think you need him high up the field.
Yeah,
Him collecting the ball from
that's
the
why
back four.
he's effective.
He doesn't have. I don't think he has the awareness, which is stupid to really see, because more or less the number tens, they're hyper aware of what's going on around it because they need to make split second decisions and pick out passes that people don't really see. So it's weird to see him playing in this position and not having that same, hyper awareness about him. I don't know what's so off about his game right now, but he's not looking at the player we know that he is, and I think Klopp needs to fix it. Fix that. I don't know what the picture Klopp have in his head of him playing in that number six role, but he is not a number six.
He's not six.
Klopp needs to get him out of there because having these bad games back to back, it's only gonna dent his confidence. And the last thing I want to see is the fans getting onto him. And when your fans start doing that, man, it's all good. It's always gonna go downhill from there. So, but the we're gonna jump into the Arsenal and Man City game. Alex, I actually did not catch most of this game. I actually had something to do. Talk to me about this one because I know you were actually at the yacht club watching this
Um,
one.
I didn't get to watch all of the game. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I boy, I
So
am a
wait, you saw Martinelli's goal, right?
yeah, man. Yeah, I can't
Well,
miss
bro,
that.
well, but bro,
I
you
can't
saw the entire game, man.
I can't miss that.
You
I
saw the
actually
entire
missed
game, fam.
I just missed the 5 minutes before the first half and then about 15 minutes. Yeah, the game was a strange game, to be honest with you.
Mm.
We probably should have killed City off, to be honest with you. But both teams, when I saw the starting lineup of both teams, I was like, okay, Pep overthinking this.
Yeah.
And then I saw Jorginho in midfield, and I'm like, okay, I see what I think Arteta's idea is. Party cannot play 60 minutes, but I can probably get 30 minutes out of him. I can probably get 30 minutes out of Martinelli. So I can't start them, but I will finish them. So I understood that. So as long as you're able to contain the game up until that point, then I'm fine with it. I saw where he was going with it. But Pep, the midfield was, mm, I mean, the midfield was the biggest issue for them, and that I think that's where they lost the game. A lot of City fans. I had my cousin. They was looking at a big City fan, and he was complaining about no Rodri and De Bruyne, and I'm like, bro, you're Manchester City. You're Manchester City. You have the best squad, best manager. Despite that we beat City, I still say that they're the best team right now.
Yeah.
The season is not defined in October. is not the final. There's a lot of season left, but Arsenal need this because it's a good confidence boost for them. I think Haaland was very quiet. Saliba had him in his pocket. Him and Gabriel
Yeah,
took turns, and
I
Haaland
saw
just
it.
was. He didn't get a
A
shot.
lot of
He,
people
he didn't
saying
get.
that.
He didn't
Yeah.
get a shot the entire game. This team they only had one shot on target, just one single shot. And that was it was a good press by Alvarez, and bro, Declan Rice is a G, a madman, a G. That man is worth every cent, every penny. Best believe Declan Rice, a goal line save in an opening the game,
Hmm.
goal line clearance. Oh, big him up, man. He's listen. Liverpool got somebody like Declan Rice right on the team. They didn't have nothing to worry about. Best believe they got nothing to worry about. But I think he was instrumental in the game as well. Just the back line was ferocious. I think both teams they played a defensive block for majority of the game. It was very tough to break both teams down, which you kind of expected to be honest with you. But I think the fact with City did because they didn't have anybody in the midfield to kind of really more or less contain the press of Arsenal is really what let them down. And
Yeah.
earlier I picked Kai Havertz for having an assist to the game, and I don't know what's the long term thinking of Arteta on this one, but Havertz is not an eight. He cannot thrive as an eight. I understand the purpose of putting him as an eight because you want probably the bigger body in the midfield. Because the midfield, let's be honest, without Havertz, it's more or less a bit small. But I think once you have Declan Rice and the best midfield combo right now in Arsenal is Partey, Rice, Odegaard. They ain't none better than that right now in the squad. And I think that can go toe to toe with probably any best midfielders right now in world football right now. That's not midfield you want to play with in all days, every day. But despite that, Havertz's better games come from when he's playing up top. He has to play as a striker. That's his
Yeah.
best role. That's where he needs to be.
No money.
And
Yeah.
yeah, all the games he's played where he's featured as a striker, he has been very influential. Beautiful control by him. Beautiful the offensive Martinelli. City fans gonna complain. Oh, it's a deflected goal, bro. We take those. We take those all day, every day. We take those. And
We
here's why
take
we
those.
take those.
Take
Here's
those.
why we take those for the ability and awareness of Martinelli to pull the trigger. Something's got to give, and something
Yeah.
did give, and that was going on target either way you look at it. It was going on target either way. Edson looked like he was prepared to deal with whatever was going. He was just going to pray to God, please, I don't want to. I just don't want to come anything where I can't get to because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Um, defended goal of Ake, and it's a goal and a very good goal. 85th minute, crucial goal. City started really press, but they had nothing in the game. And I think De Bruyne is really what was missing for them. They had no creativity. Alvarez
Not
dead.
not
Haaland
just the not
service.
just the Brian, bro. We
Doku.
forget they're missing Rodri as well.
Well, Rodri's an X
You
factor. I think
Rodri
Rodri will be instrumental in this game. But
because Rodri
I was telling a cousin of mine. I was saying, bro, Rodri saw, man, we got to play Arsenal next 3 games. I'm going to just show this guy. I'm going to get sent off. 'Cause I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. Right now,
yeah,
he's
but
clear to come back next week.
in
Not
my
after. Sorry, he's clear to come back.
yeah, my opinion, Rodri is the best CDM in world football right now.
I give you that. I
Um,
don't argue that at all.
on playable in that midfield.
Yeah.
You were just saying that in this game, City didn't have anyone that could in the midfield that could deal with the press.
Yeah.
That's Rodri, bro. You
Yeah.
cannot press
That's his
Rodri.
job. That's
You
his job.
cannot press
I would
Rodri
have wanted to play
in
this team
any
at full
in
strength,
any
to be honest with you.
yeah
Just to kind of see the
um
progress of the squad.
in any situation. Rodri picks up the ball and he's comfortable. He's able to move, spray a 40-yard pass or pick out a pass in between the lines, chip it over the defense.
That's
He's good like that. But I think this for Arsenal, like you said, was a big confidence boost. That's all I'm gonna take from this game
Yeah,
because
that's all it was.
both teams were depleted. You guys did not have the front line that you wanted. Martinelli and Saka in that midfield, in that starting lineup, it's a different game completely.
No Saka, bro.
Rodri,
Ateta had me
and De
fooled.
Bruyne, Rodri and De Bruyne in that City midfield, and trust me, it's a different game. I think come next year when these teams go head to head again, hopefully we do get to see that
I
full
want to see the
strength
best of the best. I want to see the best of
clash.
the best
Yeah.
available. Go head to head, full strength. I
Hmm.
was a bit surprised that Grealish wasn't utilized. I think Grealish could have done that job in a number 10 role. His ability to just rack up falls, um, He's been able to drive the ball. I'm not sure what Pep was thinking, and I thought he overthought the game. To be honest with you, I'm not sure I don't think he was sure on
Well,
what Mikel was
hey,
going to do.
we're saying this, but if it worked out in his favor, we'd all be
Then if it
praising
worked
Pep
out, we'll
right
see
now.
the masterclass, right?
Yeah,
We'll see
we'd be praising
genius
him
by
right now.
Pep, you
It's
know.
just
But
that most of the things that he tries, it works out in his favor. This time it didn't.
yeah, it didn't,
Yeah, this
and
time
we
it
move
didn't.
on. But we all know right now the the Wolves lost. Whereas they dominated the game from a possessional standpoint, they couldn't contain when a presser could, and that's
Person
what
could, yeah.
happened. And that's the issue. In the event a presser could, I mean, it's you may have one or two opportunities to press this city team, one or two, and that's where you gotta take a chance. Okay, you ain't gonna get you ain't gonna get a lot of them. And that's
Yeah,
what happened against
yeah.
Wolves. Arsenal's a better pressing team than Wolves. They able to contain the ball. They able to soak in pressure a little bit more, better than the Wolves team. And you saw today what that happened. But I think coming into once they're back from international break, Rodri's going to be back. He's going to be fit and available, hopefully. And we're probably going to see them reclaim where they are. But to a lot of City fans, this is the most points they've had going into international break to begin with. So to them, it's like
Yeah, so it's really to be honest, we're looking at the other teams at the top of the table and they're dropping points, and I think it's more of a
friend of mine.
concern to those other teams other than Man City, because again, Man City is the only team in the league that can go on a 10, 13 games unbeaten run,
The
and
last 10 games
at
is
this
important.
point in the season last year, Pep was making a lot of changes, trying to
Yeah,
figure
he
shit
was
out with the
tinkering and
team that he
everything.
had, and I think it's the same thing with this team because again, they got rid of some key players
Well,
that they had last season.
I think because of
So
injuries, especially to the Bruyne, you can see
and injuries as well.
he's having to have to tinker a lot. I
Yeah.
Adrian, help me out with this one. No disrespect on this, but what is Calvin Phillips doing? Why did they sign Calvin Phillips?
Oh my days. Listen, I know for a fact that in this Pep team, like I had no doubt that Phillips going into this team, he was never gonna just walk into this team, man. I think we see it with most of the players that Pep signed. When Pep signs a player, they don't just walk into the team. They're slowly integrated into the
Except for
team.
Haaland,
And
but
at this point, no, well,
yeah,
Haaland was already the finished product. Get me? Haaland just had to score goals, and that's what Pep needed.
that's his
But
job.
every player that Pep signs, they're slowly integrated into the team, especially if they're a midfielder, because the midfield is a crucial part of how Pep plays.
Delicate place. Yeah,
Now, they're slowly integrated into the team. When they get their chances, if they take them, then they're gonna cement their place in the team. But for some reason, we haven't seen Phillips been
but
given the
he's barely
chances
gotten a
that he
chance.
should.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
and a big part to play with that is Rodri. How can you not play Rodri? Bro? I mean, in the cup games, even in the cup games, we haven't seen Phillips featured even in the cup games. Is it
I think
that he's
Carabao
just
Cup he
not
played.
fitting into what Pep wants? And if that's the case, why not just sell him, bro?
Listen,
Sell
he's
him. You're
been
just
bench warming for the last two
you're
seasons.
wasting a really good talent, man.
When he was at
Really good
Leeds,
talent.
Calvin Phillips was
Yeah,
a problem, bro.
problem, bro. I'm telling you, he was. Because I think at the time when he was at Leeds, I think we were looking at him as the replacement to Fernandinho.
Exactly.
Going into that Man City team, and
Yeah,
Rodri came out of nowhere, and right now, again, best CDM in the world right now.
near longest
All
spot,
right,
man.
but yeah, I think you know what I would like to see Phillips probably in a Liverpool squad. I think he'd do good, but not playing for almost 2 years, man. It would affect your form. You don't have that match sharpness. You could be training with the best team in the world, but game time is different.
Yeah, in
Game
the
time
game,
is
it
different.
makes a difference. I totally agree.
Makes a difference.
I
You
totally
don't have
agree.
that match sharpness. It makes a world of difference.
At the end of the day, I enjoyed the game. It wasn't the most entertaining game, to be honest with you, but I knew this was going to be a slugfest, and a slugfest it was.
Yeah, I
Um,
looked.
and big up the squad. Really happy that the defense was immense on this one, just soaking up pressure, keeping Haaland really quiet, not allowing this. William Saliba, bro, has to be. One of the
Yeah,
best young centre backs.
I saw a lot of comments online about
Sleep
Saliba.
was really good, man.
Uh,
Yeah, and Spurs on top of the table. Spurs on top of the
Spurs,
table. That's wild.
Spurs on top of the table, man. That's crazy.
Wow. Errol, big up your squad, Errol.
Yeah,
Big up your squad.
big credit to Spurs though, because I think
Adrian,
somewhere
hold
around
on.
halftime
Adrian, Adrian,
they lost Basuma,
they lost.
and they
Hold on,
kind of had
Adrian.
to get.
I Spurs are very blessed. In football, you need a little luck, and they have been riding this lucky trail to God knows where. But keep riding your luck. Keep riding luck. It's about a crash, best believe. But how I'm gutted for Luton on this game. No Basuma. Luton just couldn't. Spurs has just been robbing people. They've been robbing everybody. They robbed us. Um, and everything. But one last thing, Adrian, just a general recap. The refereeing was absolutely atrocious. I just want to mention one thing in the Arsenal and City game because there's one play that pissed me off, and I just had to. I had to save it for the video. I didn't want to rant on it off camera. I want to rant on it. And
Yeah.
I was very upset about it. I'm not sure if you watched the game at where Kovacic tackled Odegaard. That was something similar to what happened against with Liverpool and Spurs.
Yeah.
That was very similar to what happened Jones and Basuma. But Carpenter literally just wiped out Odegaard's feet. He just took his feet out. And after Odegaard just wasn't the same. And I don't know if he had a tweak ankle or whatever, but he played the entire game. But that's a straight red, bro. That's a straight red. That's a straight
I
red.
think I'll have to from the highlights that I watched. I didn't see the tackle.
Yeah.
I didn't see the tackle, but I'll have to
Take a look at it.
I'll have to
It's
go have a
very
look at it.
similar to that. And even if you give him a yellow, he made a tackle literally 5 to 6 minutes afterwards. That's
After
one of
that.
their booking, and he doesn't get booked.
Maybe a book for it.
But we won the game, so I'm okay with that. But I'm just saying, from a refereeing standpoint, Michael Oliver, he literally sent off Martinelli for something similar. Within a minute, he sent him off for the same play. For the same play that he didn't even stop. He gave him 2 yellows for and I was like, I dislike Michael Oliver. And they say he's one of the best refs right now. He's shit. Get him out. Trash. They need to overhaul majority of these English refs right now and get some proper referees. Because right now, the referees can't even referee the game properly. They can't use VAR properly, first of all. So they having a tool that they're not even competent of using properly. And then the on-pitch referees, absolutely ridiculous.
But
the decision making is horrendous, man.
But my thing is, Alex, with VAR, because I don't blame the referees per se, right? Because based on the referee's view, the tackle, it may not look that bad. Because if we go back to the Jones on Basuma tackle, from the referee's angle, he saw it and he gave a yellow card for it.
Right.
VAR reviewed it. He saw it and then overturned it and gave it red. Because again, when you watch it in slow motion from different angles, then you see how
it's going to look worse than what
I'm never going. Listen, there are cases where the referees get it completely wrong.
This was one of them. Trust me, bro.
But I think on the field, with all that's going on, the referees don't always see the best angles of the tackles. That's where VAR comes in. If a tackle came in and the referee did not give a booking or something for it, the next time it goes out, stop the fucking game. Tell the referee, hey, this just happened. You didn't call for it. We think you should have a look at it.
Right. So there's an instance like that, but then there's a statement that was released by the Premier League. Well, we don't want VAR always interrupting and slowing the game down. But at the end of the day, right, when there's certain decisions that's being made, right? For example, I'm not saying this particularly because I wanted the player sent off, but I'm just saying let's see some consistency. You literally sent off somebody for that just the game before. Why this game and not doing the exact same thing? And that's my issue. There's no consistency with the way that the games are officiated and refereed. There's just no consistency, and that's my issue. It's not about whether VAR gets involved or not.
And we're not
going to book somebody for that. You gotta come on.
And I think it's important to know that we're not asking for this to be like every tackle to be reviewed.
No, of course not.
We're not asking for that.
Football 20 years ago.
At the end of the day, we although we're concerned about the players' health and their well-being, we do want to see the rough tackles. We want to see the rough play. We want to see the physicality of the players. Listen, they're getting paid millions of dollars. They're training in the gym every 5 days, 6 days a week. they can handle it. But the plays when we see players flying in and ankles are getting involved and stuff like that, and VR is not looking at it again. The referee's not always going to see it from the angle he's at, especially if
Right,
there are
right.
players in front of him and stuff like that. But my thing is when those sort of bad tackles happen and the referee doesn't see it, but for the life of me, why can't VAR just? Oh my days, man. Listen. I was done with VAR after that Tottenham and Liverpool game. After they did not give after they didn't review the offside goal. I was done with it after that.
I just
I'm done with it, bro. I'm done
I
with
just
it.
want to mention that just because the consistency was my biggest issue, and let's just say that the game ended as a draw. It's 2 points drop for Arsenal because City should have been now 10 men within the first 30 minutes, and that didn't happen. But guys, if we had to stay here and discuss this, we'll be here all night because we would never get anything done. With the referees are just absolutely atrocious. The refs rating for me this week 0, bro. They were shit. But it is what it is. I'm happy with the result. I'm buzzing. As you guys see, I'm up my squad and then no Tottenham, enjoy first place while it lasts because we're coming. We're coming. You got Chelsea
Yeah,
yesterday after the
listen,
international break.
listen. I don't think anyone expects Tottenham to stay on top of the table,
No,
bro.
hell no, hell no.
For
But but
long,
they may just make top four. They may just make top four. But we'll
with
see.
the way they're playing right now, scraping these wins, I don't think that's sustainable, bro.
No, it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. Let's see. Hopefully they don't get any big injury hits. Madison going out of this team will cripple them. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And they're good. They're gonna be without Basuma for a while too. So let's see what they could do. At least they don't have any big games coming up. Fulham and
I
Crystal
think
Palace.
I,
Those should be
Luton
okay.
showed that it was a big game. They scraped that one. So let's see what they do against Fulham. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of
We'll
games
see,
on the
man.
season. We'll see what's up.
But guys, that wraps up our match week or match day 8 recap. Alex and I did pretty horribly with the predictions. And again, this more or less this is what we love about the Premier League. One week a team loses 6-1. Next week they're playing one of the best teams in the world, and yeah, they look like top contenders. So um, this shit keeps happening. This is why we like the Premier League. You can't take anything for granted, and yeah, it just keeps giving us these gems. And we had some big games this weekend. They didn't disappoint. Apart from the City and Arsenal game, and I think it more so had to do with the players that were available for that game.
Yeah,
I saw the lineup and I could have told that yeah, this was probably gonna be a dead game for him. But yeah, I enjoyed this weekend. We couldn't do the link ups. We thought I wasn't gonna mention it. We were supposed to do the link ups this weekend. I couldn't come out. I had some. We must apologize for that, guys. But best believe when the prem comes back around, we'll be out and about.
guys, love for the love. Appreciate the content. Appreciate the support. Just also want to urge you guys to like, share, subscribe, turn the notification bell on. We appreciate all of your feedback. Drop your comments. Let us know what was your reviews of the game this week. Let us know what you think your best goal, your assist, your save was. We're going to international break, so you're not going to see much content, but we're going to have some little things posted out. So stay tuned to our shots. Stay tuned to our TikTok and Instagram, where we drop some stuff there. And just one mention: if you're on island, there's a big game. Grenada versus Jamaica is going to be playing on Thursday. Me and the bros are going to be meeting up, so that's going to be a wild evening. So look out for us. We're going to be there doing interviews, match recaps. We'll be recapping bits of the game. Adrian, just before we jump off, what do you think that prediction gonna be for that game?
Oh my days. Uh, I'm gonna say 3-1 to Jamaica.
3-1.
People are probably gonna hate me for saying this, but
Oh
hey,
my
listen,
days.
if you're from Grenada, then we keep it real. We know what we have. Yeah. I think I saw the shortlist squad for the Jamaican team.
Yeah,
And it
boss
looks
players coming
stacked,
on.
bro. Stacked. Bro, I saw Mikel Antonio. I think I
Yeah,
saw
Antonio.
Leon Bailey on
Yeah,
there. I'm like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
But Yeah, so I think I'm excited. Hopefully, those guys play because I'm excited to see them in person.
Yeah,
I know
they're gonna play.
Alex.
They're gonna
I
play.
think
They're gonna play.
Alex share the same sentiment, but yeah, but Leon Bailey isn't he nursing an injury or something, or is he good right now?
He's back. He's
He's
back.
back right now.
Yeah, back
Okay.
in training.
He played on the weekend, right?
No, he didn't play.
He didn't play.
He didn't
Okay.
play.
Oh,
I think he traveled back to. I think he traveled back home early.
Travel. Oh,
Hit out with the squad.
okay.
He
All
didn't
right.
feature last game.
But yeah, guys, big year. Let's see how it turns out. But like Alex says, guys, love for love. You guys stay tuned. More content to come. Peace.
Peace out, guys.